Right. Good morning, cyber friends. This is the old Midiman coming at you again. Walker Studios, sitting back here early Monday morning, about 12. It's about 12:15, I reckon. Let me see what time it is. 12:44. Oh, I'm behind. It's 12:44, but at any rate, we give God all the praise and glory and honor for life, health, and strength. We thank Him for what it is, and we thank each and every one of you, the cyber friends. You know who you are. If you look at my title of my video tonight, if you look at it, it said Midiman looks back. And I cut it that. I said I wanted to look back. And what I mean by that is I'm going to look back in the early days, really, of my entrance on the internet as a whole. Now, I'm not trying to give the history of the internet because it goes back really and truly, this technology of the internet really goes all the way back to when I was born. Really, it goes all the way back to the early 60s with DARPANET, ARPANET, whatever. And I don't want to go back that far because I don't know nothing about that. I don't know what I've only read, but I just want to go back as far as I know my little usage of the internet, as well as conversing with different cyber friends, as I call everyone that I meet on the internet. And I want to take it from there. And it's just a brief look back. And believe it or not, the reason why I wanted to do this brief look back is because of the fact that I have been, well, this is February. This is the anniversary of, and I got sick on last year, a year ago this month, after I fell ill. But thank God, as well as it is, I'm up and at 'em a little bit right now. I still got some issues, but we still thank God for as well as it is. And I was right before, a year or two before I got ill, before I became ill, I was involved with a online collaboration site called Own Studio. And at the beginning, it was fairly good. And I have been involved with some more online sites. Like one of them, they just killed the site. It's called Digital Musician. And for years, I tried to get that to work with certain people. I never could get it to work right. And then again, if I did get it to work pretty good, the people that you were involved with, they either did not follow through. You know, you might get people to meet you one time and then you wouldn't see them no more. Stuff like that. It seemed like people were very easy to get discouraged and disheartened, and they just quit altogether. And that's how come I said I wanted to take a look back. Midiman is looking back at when I first entered the scene. Now, the internet, as far as when I came on around 98, at the very end of 98, it was just about to become mainstream at that time. Now, the internet had been, like I said, we had little bitty, schism of it for a long time. But I'm talking about when it had become mainstream. It was just around this time of 98 and 99. That's when it became mainstream with everybody, just about it. Those that had PCs, personal computers and everything, that knew anything about the internet. The internet was wide open at that time. And that's what I'm saying. I'm looking back as far as 1998, at the end of 1998, because when I first got my first personal computer, believe it or not, it was a 233 megahertz. Now that's going to show you. But it was a good PC at that time. It was the top of the line PC at that time, 233 megahertz. But that's just going to show you how technology has leaped and bound since then. But I'm just saying, I'm speaking of how things were then and how it is now. When I first came on, I met some friends online. Like I told y'all, some of my first friends that I met was my two people that I talked to most of the time was Sister Kate and Brother Hammond Man. But there was some others that I met at the beginning of my online experience too. Was some guys that I met from New York, some Ohio. One of my buddies, he passed away, was Ty. Oh man, we was good. I met him through that game. We used to play games, all of us. Me and Ty and Crossbones and Sneak, all of us, we would play games. We would play Armored Fist 3. I had a squad. I had a squad called the Mad Dogs in Armored Fist 3. And we guys would meet. We would meet up almost every other night, if not every night. And we play, we have a ball. And believe it or not, I was playing without broadband. I didn't even have broadband at that time. I had a dial-up connection. But I was yet and still, I had my computer so souped up with that little broadband, that little dial-up connection, and I really could play along with the other guys. I got a buddy right now in Canada, and named Kevin. Kevin used to always say how he didn't understand how I could have that thing, that I souped up that computer like that in order to fly Falcon and play all these games online at that time with that dial-up connection. But I did it. At that time, that's how come I say I'm looking back, people. At that time, me and Crossbones and all of us, we get together and Ty and Sneak and guy from Australia. We all used to get together and we would have a ball. We would have a ball. And I mean, we would meet just about every night. If not every night, every other night. It wasn't a week that went by that we did not meet up, and we would be doing the online game and whatnot. We had a ball. We had a real ball. Text, I remember old text and all. We used to have a good time. But at any rate, after 9/11, especially with my friends from New York, that put a blow and let everybody's morale, especially my buddies. Like I said, Crossbones was from New York, and I think Sneak too. I believe Sneak it was from New York, but I know Crossbones were. And my buddy Ty, that he was in Ohio. Ty, I forget what part of Ohio, and his wife, we call Lady P, I believe it was. It's been so long, I don't forgot. Miss P, Miss Pulse. That's what we used to call Steel Pulse. In other words, and that was his online handler name. In other words, and we was very close, and it was a relationship. We had a very, very good time, and after that and you know, like I said, my buddy Ty, he passed away, and that was kind of sad for me and everything. But you know, hey, you know we got to go on. But after 9/11. And I'm not sure that, I'm trying to think that Ty lived past 9/11. I believe he did. I'm not sure, but I know I was able to talk to Crossbones at least one more time, I believe. Once or twice, I think I talked to him online after 9/11. But I know 9/11 did a damage to everybody. It did a lot of damage to the morale of everybody. And I'm just hoping that all those guys, the ones that are, I'm hoping that they're doing fine is all. But I'm just saying, I'm looking back on the internet when it became mainstream right around the time I was getting online, 98, 99, year 2000. Things were very, very, you could really depend on, people would get together. You know, you didn't have to worry about it. If they told you they were going to meet you, they would meet you. You know, that was as simple as that, and everybody had a time. We set the time, like I said, I had a squad in the Armored Fist 3 tank game. We were fighting them tanks. I had a squad called the Mad Dog. And matter of fact, Crossbone was one of my guys on my squad, as well as Tex. And I had some more that I don't forgot. God forgive me, y'all, if y'all hear this video or see this video. Forgive me for not remembering. But it has been a pretty good while. It's been about 20 years. But nevertheless, we could depend on each other to meet and be where we were supposed to be when we were supposed to be. We'll set this time frame on Sunday night, and we'll get in there and we'll fight on them tanks, and everybody would have a ball. We would just have such a good time. And believe it or not, people, I miss that. I really do. We had a really good time. And now it seems as though that no one really has the time. You know, everybody, you understand that, you know, people got their agenda. Everybody got something that they're into. Everybody's not into gaming because really and truly now I don't do any gaming now myself. I mean, they got games on Facebook and stuff, but I don't deal with those games. I used to like real first person shooter games like Armor Fist and tank games and simulators like Falcon 1 and all that kind of stuff. That's what I used to like. F-22. I was also a member of the Gunslingers. In other words, my buddy Shark and all of them, we was in the squad and the Gunslingers, and we used to have a ball flying at F-22. And I had got pretty good. I mean, I wasn't as good as Shark and all of them, but they would get me there. But as everything else, you know, things decline, and I think the leader of that, I think I forget his name now, Lord, but forgive me, y'all, for not remembering the name, but it has been a while, and old Midiman done been through quite a bit since then. But nevertheless, musically, I was involved with a record label locally in this area, and back in 2005, and we was doing pretty good. And matter of fact, we had my buddy, he was a minister of the gospel named Reverend Olin Flowers. We had a little record company in his hometown in Lumpkin, Georgia. And I named the company Valley Records because the way he lived there, it was like in an open like valley. Like it wasn't like it was just like an open flat land. It was a very flat land, but it was on the street or the county road that was named that he lived on was called Valley Road. So I just named the record company Valley Records. And we had some singers, female singers, as well as Olin. He played guitar and sang. I did not really do no singing with the group. I was more like the engineer. Like I did a little keyboard playing with it and with the group and everything. But that was basically it. But the females at that time, I'm just gonna name the first name Betty, his wife Jackie, and Kim Selden. Y'all done heard me talk about her a lot. Those were the first three females that he had with the group. His wife Jackie, and then Betty and Kim Selden, and they were terrific. They were terrific singers, and we was doing great. And I called them the Valiettes. That's what I called them, the Valiettes. And like I said, this was during the time, the early days of my internet experience. Like I said, this had done catapulted from 1998 to 2005. But nevertheless, it was still sort of brand new. It was very, very good. We could get on the internet and we could talk. We could get on the phone and converse and everything. But most of the time when we did connect up with others, it was through the internet. Then I got involved with my buddy Arthur Butler. We got a group around 2007. Well, it may have been 2000. Wait a minute. I believe we did. I'm trying to think, did we have our group? I think we got our group before I went to the record company. So I believe we started that group in 2004 called Cross the Calvary. And Cross the Calvary got single. But and what I'm saying, as I look back, everything was kind of working pretty good at that time. You could get people to do things. But now it seems like nobody's interested. I've been, for the last few weeks, I've been going back to own studio and looking on the site, and you got about 6 or 7 people online anytime I go there. Every time I went there, I only saw about 6, 7 people online, and it seemed as though they're just sitting there, I guess doing like I am, waiting to see is anybody going to show up. I don't see no collaboration going on. I don't see nothing out there in the public area where they're saying anybody looking for someone to do anything or whatnot. And it really kind of saddened me a little bit because it seemed like no one have any interest anymore. And I look at what Jesus said, people. Y'all know I always got to bring Jesus in it. I always going to bring Jesus in it. Jesus said when it came into relationship of the church and about religion, Jesus hate religion. It's not about nothing about religion. It's about relationship. But Jesus said that in the latter days, there will be a great falling away. Now, I'm not trying to give no Bible study lesson tonight, but I'm just going to express with y'all what I feel about that falling away. What part of it anyway. I don't think it's all of it, but I believe one of the main parts of this falling away is that people lack of interest in anything that's good. I believe that's one of the things what Jesus was saying about falling away. Now I know we could say that it means falling away from the faith, and yes, that is it too. I believe that, but I'm speaking of as a look back, as me looking back on the net when I first got on with all the people that I was involved in at that time, and now you can't get anyone to do hardly anything. Now you got people that'll say that they want to do stuff, but then if you get with them, they fizzle on out. They're not really taking anything serious. And people, and I'm just talking to all my cyber friends. We're not trying to put anybody down or anything like that. Just making an observation. That's all. I'm just saying that Midiman, I don't have time to waste. I don't. In other words, if anybody want to collaborate with me in the music or whatnot, then I expect them to show up. You know what I'm saying? I expect them. I mean, don't have me go and get stuff ready, and because I got enough to do without trying to do stuff just for no reason at all. But nevertheless, if we're gonna do some collaboration, and if you really mean what you say and you serious about it, don't tell me and then I go and get all the stuff and I be getting verses together or getting chords together, trying to get progression together or melody line, or because I'm not that very good at writing lyrics. I'm not that good at writing lyrics at all, believe me. But now when it comes to the music, I can come up with the music pretty good, but down them lyrics, I'm not too good at that. But nevertheless, don't have me to struggle with coming up with a few lyrics and then you don't show up for the collab. That done wasted my time. And it is disheartening. But like I said, that is most of what I see nowadays about the internet. It seems like no one have, well, you know what I mean, they got the interest. I mean, everybody interested in what they're interested in, and you can't fault people for that. You can't fault people for that because just because people are not interested in what you are interested in, your job is, like mine, is to find somebody. That's why I always go to the collaborated sites. I go there to see, is anybody there that need any help? Maybe I could be of assistance myself. I don't always go there looking for help, but I go there looking to see who I can be a help to. And then if anything, like I say, if they are very serious about it, we'll stick to it and go on about it. Now I had a buddy, Brother Richard Butler, great guy. Me and him did a project together, stuck with it. My buddy Aldred Battle, the one that music of mine that I did, y'all hear the theme song on my Blog Talk Radio every week. I did the music to that, and Brother Aldred Battle did the lyrics and everything. That melody is really, to believe it or not, is his song because I did a groove. I did the groove of it, and then Brother Aldred Battle, he came with those lyrics and that melody himself. You know, I did I did the little thing and he got it and we collaborated on it and we did it and we finished it. I like that. Well, but those about the only two. I don't want to lie on nobody, but I believe those about the only two, as far as I can think, that I've ever collaborated with that really stuck to the gun and they did exactly what they said they were going to do. When we met, when we were going to meet, we did what we were going to do on the particular track. We did what we said we were going to do to it. We sent it back and forth and we finished the chorus. That's what I was looking back on. And now it's hard to find that kind of cooperation. And you know, music to me is everything to me. Crazy about music, always have been. I've been around it most of all of my life. My grandmom and my great aunties and every one of them, all of them, there was 10 brothers and sisters of them, and every one of them could play guitar. Every one of them. Because my great granddad, which was their dad, he was a guitar player. He was considered to be, that's what they told me and my great grandma, because he died when I was very young. I think I was 3. I was 3 years old going on 4 when he passed away in 1965 in June. So I never really got a chance to hear him play. But everyone that knew him, they would talk to me and they knew that was my great granddad. They would always say that he was one of the best guitar players east side of the Mississippi River. So now you know I'm just speaking about what I have heard. What was told to me. But I did come from my musical family. They could sing and they could play that guitar. All my grandmama and all her brothers and sisters, which were my great aunties and uncles. So I love music. And I love to do it and do it right. I love to get together with people like-minded and want to do something. But you know what, y'all? It is so hard to get that today. You can't get people to get committed to much or nothing these days, but something foolish. Now, you want to get some mess started, people are ready to run to that. But something real, like music projects or art projects, my buddy Hammerman, I'm so glad that he's into this artwork he's doing and painting and stuff. And I got a painting right up there on the wall right now that he sent me back in 2010, I believe it was. Awesome painting of a mountain scene and everything. Hammerman is very, very good at what he does. And he got with some people like-minded, and they are actually doing some things. And I'm so glad for him. I don't know what to do. Keep it up, Brother Hammerman. Keep it up. And like I say, this just a look back. I was just looking back at the heyday of the internet for me. And the really and truly it was about the heyday for everybody else around 1998, 99. That's when it became really full scale, the internet as we know it today. And it has grown tremendously since then. Technology has changed. Things can be more faster now. Cause, for instance, I ain't got the dial-up no more. I'm on broadband. In fact, I got 2 broadband connections, really. I got DSL and I got cable. I got that for a reason, though. But at any rate, I just had to come on and just said that was just a look back, and Midiman is still trying to just locate some people that want to be serious about this music, that want to do some things, and that will commit the time and put the time in. I've tried, God knows, I even tried locally. I have tried to get people to work, come into a Walker's Music out there. I got a studio out there. This is just Studio B. This is where I work at most of the time, because this is where I spend most of my time is back here. And I haven't been able to go out in my main studio much since I've been ill. Because, as a matter of fact, I get a little tired right quick. I'm still not 100%, and then on my leg, my foot is not healed just yet, and so I have a hard time don't need to be doing too much walking on it. I believe that's why it's not healed yet, and it's already a year gone by, and it's still not completely healed. But y'all pray for me, man. And I just said, I've been doing it. I've been looking at it high and low, and every time I think that maybe that I find somebody that want to do something, you found out they just fizzle out. You don't hear from them no more or whatever. And I know people are busy. This day and time, people are busy and they got their thing they want to do. I'm just saying, people always say that they love something, but if you love something, you'll do it. It's just like me. I'm yet, after all these years, I'm yet trying to get this music done. I still got music that I need to do from years ago, even when I was going to college. I still got those songs in my head, unfinished, really. So I know how it is to get sidetracked and procrastinate. I've been doing a lot of that lately, but I'm tired of procrastinating, and I just said that's how come I've been looking high and low on the internet for people that are serious about the music, that want to get something done, and it ain't got to be about money, people. No, let's do it for the love of the music. Let's do it. Money will take care of itself. I learned that. I've heard that through many great artists, great producers, like, for instance, Quincy Jones. Said it ain't never been about the money. And when Quincy Jones can say that, as big as he is, now it's got to be something to it. Because now Quincy's not hurting for no money. You already know that. But he said it's never been about the money. And that's the way I am. Music has never been about the money for me. But it would be nice if we could just get some good music done. And if some money be made, let's everybody share it and share it alike. Let's not get greedy and want it all for yourself. That's how come a lot of times we can't do anything or don't want to work with nobody, because we are greedy. We think it's somebody going to take something from us. But 9 times out of 10, it's not that. People are willing to try to help you because, see, I know some stuff that maybe you don't know. You know some stuff that maybe I don't know. But if we come together, we both will know what each other's know. And we can prosper from that union. That's the way it should be. So in other words, that's just a look back. I didn't mean to make the video this long. I got to go to the doctor this morning, take this cast on my leg and check that foot out again and see is everything okay. But y'all pray for old Midiman's strength and pray for that. Hopefully I can keep that cast off. If not, if I have to put one back on again, I just have to do what I got to do in order to get the foot healed. We are all good for that. So with that being said, this is Midiman saying whatever you get into, if God ain't in it, it's best that you get out of it and stay out of it because it's going to come to nothing. This is just Midiman look back on the internet from the early heydays up until now. Until the next video, next Bible study, whichever comes first. Peace and good morning.